Yes, guys, welcome back to another video for your Chelsea versus Brighton Premier League preview. And I've got like a laughing smile on my face because it's nerves. I'm actually nervous. Going into this match, we've got no Cole Palmer. He's going to be out until after the October international break, which doesn't fill me with confidence, but we're going to find solutions. That's what Enzo Maresca has told us. We've also got no Tosin. Tosin is out injured, and we've also got no Wesley Fofana. Why, you may ask? Well, he's concussed because he got punched in the head by our second choice goalkeeper, ladies and gentlemen. Philip Jorgensen has put Wesley Fofana back on the injury table. Look, we can't joke about head injuries. I know that, but it's an absolute abomination, isn't it? How the bloody hell has Fofana come back? And he's not injured anymore because he's got a leg injury, thigh, calf, hamstring, anything like that. It's because he's got punched in the head by our flipping keeper. It's a tragedy. It's a travesty. But that does mean that Josh Achampong should play today or tomorrow, whenever you're watching this video, for Chelsea against Brighton. And look, Brighton, whether it's home or away, there is added spice. There is added venom to this fixture because of the relationship that's been built, whether you like it or not, between Chelsea and Brighton over the years. Obviously, we've bought Caicedo, Cucurella, who have ended up being two of the best players that we have currently got on the ranks at Chelsea Football Club. I almost said roster then. I was looking at my flipping Club World Cup wristband over there, thinking about America, and better times, should we say, as a Chelsea fan. But you've also just got all of that Graham Potter story and, you know, Brighton last season. They literally dug a mid-season grave for Chelsea. It was horrible. Going away to Brighton and losing those 2 games in a row, it sent me over the edge. And then, lo and behold, we actually got somewhere come the end of the season. But it feels like we're at a crossroads right now. And if you didn't see this morning's video, there was video number 1 earlier today, Chelsea News. In that video, I was talking about how we win this, we can put to bed this little bad run of form and the bad Lincoln performance and all that stuff. We can hopefully go and build on something. Then we've got Benfica in the Champions League. And then next weekend, Liverpool come to Stamford Bridge. 3 games here that could shape and define our season on a different path. Not to say that if we win all 3, we're back in the title race. But if we win these games, we can build momentum again. We can build some belief. It proves that Maresca can find those solutions. And it also calms everything a little bit. Right now, it feels as though everything is very tense. And it should be. Because Chelsea's form has been poor. And we're also in a bit of an injury predicament. Let alone the fact that the players that aren't injured, the likes of Caicedo, Joao Pedro, they're definitely not fully fit. So Chelsea are clutching at straws, scraping at the barrel to even be in a position where we have got a big enough depth squad to compete right now. Now, this might sound like excuses for some people, but I'm looking at this game and I'm thinking this could actually define our season. And I know it seems like I big up every game. And if you've been on this channel for quite some time, that's what I'm here to do, mate. I am here to get you excited and to look at the match for what it is, but also within the context of the bigger picture. The bigger picture is if Chelsea lose to Brighton, then we have got one hell of a media hellstorm missile coming towards us because everyone's going to be like, look, Chelsea spent loads of money again. Oh, proves the Club World Cup wasn't really anything special. Now, maybe that could be seen as correct, but also you've got to keep an eye on the morale in the squad right now because there's a lot of talk, and whether it's true or false, I don't know. I've not got insider ears and knowledge in the dressing room, but if there is a little bit of disgruntlement towards Maresca right now, losing football matches echoes this further, makes it louder, amplifies it. So it is absolutely imperative that Chelsea beat Brighton at Stamford Bridge this weekend. And if you watch the shootout predictions video, you'll know what my score prediction is. But of course, I'll give you my score prediction here at the end of this video. But I must admit, to bring it back to the first few seconds of this one, I am nervous. Very nervous indeed, because I just don't want this to go wrong. I don't want Brighton to be that team that once again, we look at the table, and if we lose this weekend, we're starting to look towards the bottom half of the table. I want Chelsea to be at the very top. And it's already upsetting me that we're not going to get there this season. So now it's like, let's keep an eye. Let's keep on track with those chasing Liverpool down. So we've got to win. Absolutely no excuses about it. But it is time to build our Chelsea 11. And we begin with former Brighton goalkeeper Robert Sanchez. He's back. And I never thought I would see the day where Rob Sanchez, a week ago, gets sent off in 4 minutes. And then because of the howler of the second choice keeper in the cup against Lincoln, I can say I'm bloody glad that the goalkeeper had a one-match ban and he's back for the weekend in the Premier League. It's a blessing in disguise. It really is, because Robert Sanchez made the mistake. And we can keep referring to this, and I probably will, for the rest of the season. But having seen the way that he, to use a Gordon Ramsay quote, bounced back, all right? Like we're in the flipping Hell's Kitchen right now. The way that Sanchez did bounce back after the early stages of this calendar year, I'm hoping he can do it again. I'm praying that he can do it again, because right now we don't need a goalkeeper that has a good day. We need a goalkeeper that has great games every single game. Look at Donnarumma at City. Yeah, he probably is at fault for the Martinelli goal. Big saves against United. Big saves last week against Arsenal. That's the level. That's where we need to be. So come on, Big Rob. Prove yourself again. Let's move into the Chelsea back four. Reece James, Josh Achampong, Trevor Chalobah, and Mark Cucurella. This is a big moment because whether it was always going to be this way or not, Achampong is going to get his chance now. We got absolutely no choice. Badiashile isn't ready. Tosin is out. Fofana is out. And Hato clearly isn't ready right now. Maybe we see Hato left centre-back and Chalobah right centre-back. But if that happens, Maresca has got no plan for Achampong. He can say whatever he wants, mate. But if he doesn't play this one, why? What's going on? Like, please, someone enlighten me. There's got to be Josh Achampong's name on this team sheet. Reece James, I also think, has to play. I think right now we need leaders. We need people that understand that we've got to dig deep, that we've got to have some grit and determination about us. And look, a lot of people thought that Eunice and I were quite harsh on Malo Gusto for the way that he played against Lincoln. Defensively, I think what teams will do is they will look at how Chelsea have struggled against Bayern, United, Brentford, and Lincoln, right? Teams will see right now, get some set pieces against Chelsea because they don't know how to defend them. When the ball was coming into the box against Lincoln, Malo Gusto does not know how to clear the ball. He was running into trouble, not winning headers. And defensively, we are just all over the place. And when I look at this right now, I think this is the most solid defensive line that we could possibly have. So that's why I've picked it. Moving into the midfield, for me, it's got to be this. Santos and Caicedo. Enzo Fernandez played a lot of minutes against Lincoln, and I think this is where you give Santos the opportunity. If you listen to Enzo Maresca in his press conference, he talks about just how important Enzo Fernandez is. Obviously, he's one of the captains. Reece is the captain. Enzo is the vice-captain, but he's one of the captains. You know what I mean? And Enzo Fernandez, throughout the summer, all of last season, brilliant, excellent. But I just think right now he needs a serious break. And I know it's so hard to be able to be like, all right, give him a break now, give him a break now. I think Santos is ready, and I think this is the moment to use him. We've got massive games coming up next week. Benfica, we've got to get back on winning run in the Champions League. And we've also got to do something against Liverpool next weekend. So this is what I'm going for in the midfield. Moving into my Chelsea attack. Neto on the right, Esteval 10, Garnacho left, Pedro up front. For me, this is the only thing it can be. I know that Joao Pedro as that striker isn't at his best, but Chelsea do not have an available striker right now. Tyreek George is not a striker. I like Tyreek George as a winger. Still think he's got a lot of work to do, but he's not a striker. I do not want to see him playing up front tomorrow. And look, maybe he does. Maybe he scores a hat-trick. Brilliant. I want to be proven wrong. But when I watch him play up front, I'm just not convinced. Joao Pedro can definitely do it. Esteval can also play in the 10. It's where he wants to be. So considering when he came off the bench against Lincoln, he looked so sharp. He looked as though his head is a bit like Cole Palmer's is. Esteval sees things before they've happened. He moves and drifts into those positions where as long as players around him can see it, gauge it, be on that wavelength, they're going to find him. They're going to have chances. And right now, as Maresca said today in the presser, we need to find a way to play and win without Cole, without Palmer in the team. We've not got him for Benfica. We've not got him for Liverpool. So we need to find a way to get wins. And Esteval Willian is the guy with the X factor, the star quality, the massive potential. And it's time to unleash him on the Premier League. And he was unlucky last weekend at Man United to get taken off in 5 minutes because of the howler. But Joao Pedro also, we need him to be on form. And look, if you watch the shootout video, you'll know my score prediction already. I'm going to say 2-2. I'm not confident right now. I'm sorry. I want to be. I believe we can turn it around. But I need to be honest. I'm worried about the fitness of our players right now. I'm worried about the kind of atmosphere that it seems to be with Maresca and whatnot. I think his presser today was a bit more confident, and I got more confidence from watching it. Garnacho on the left too. I need him to show up. I need him to do more in the defensive phase as well. But I think 2-2. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.